All right, let's go. Hello, everybody. How you doing, everybody, today? Um, today we are going to talk about the winter event of this game called fnaf Tower Defense. You guys, I know Tower Defense is like one of those like games that you don't like necessarily pay attention to. However, it's a FNAF theme, which is kind of brought me interest in this. I am new to the FNAF thing, but not that new, so. I know like certain characters like Freddy, Foxy, Chica, and Bonnie and stuff. Even Roxy. So, anyways, today we're going to discuss what are recommended in the winter event and what are not. Most towers are recommendable, but which ones I would rarely recommend going over there is, let's see. Uh, One of the towers I don't have is Phone Guy. You're gonna need Phone Guy. That's one of those that you're going to need, even though I don't have it in here. But I do have one of the others that you do need, which is Flashlight Guard, which is just to stun others. You need the Health Inspector, which is, let me get over there. Don't mind the, don't mind here. Just focus on what's going on rather than look down there. Thank you. Um, Health Inspector. Here he is. His ability to is by code. He can disable health, not the health mod regen, which is health regenerate, which is going to be really good for a certain boss at the beginning. So, but you're also going to need him for the rest of the time because he'll make sure the health goes when he gets to max right before the final boss shows up. So, and he also can make the enemies take more damage from if he actually hits them. That he has to hit, but except for the heal, the base every round, it does that manually itself. Um, the other is a tower I just purchased at, before this one. Manager, you're gonna need him for sure. If you don't have him, then you might likely want this, but his recommend will get a manager. Also, you're gonna need this gal as well because this one can actually like give the minions that have hidden cloak ability early on. Actually, hidden cloak ability. Anything else you can bring. It's just going to be tricky to figure out where to put it. Also, I would recommend bringing Prankster. I know it sounds like it's a trick deal, but trust me, when it gets to max, the damage is like, oh, puts the weakest minions out, like real quick, so your managers can actually focus on the actual minions that are going to be stronger or bosses. One of those because he can hit all of them at once if it's in his range. He doesn't hit more than once unless they wear it off. So yeah, it does damage over time, but however, it won't last long at the beginning of this one. The only tower I would never recommend is the prize corner. Not a good idea because it would makes you waste the cash and stuff, the game ones, and it would be a waste of time just to use it in the event I'm talking about because there's a lot of things going on where you have no time to farm. I know a lot of people are going like, "Hey, wait a minute, you're supposed to farm, aren't you?" Well, not in all maps. Some maps you do not want to bring it because you're gonna like a lot of cash eventually. It's just best not a brain farm. The farm, the ones that that generate cash. So other than that, I'm just trying to keep this short. So other than that, there are going to be plenty of minions and bosses to deal with. The final boss is of course Frosty Freddy, which is yeah, A is difficult. However, if you avoid bringing the price corner the entire time, just do not pack it in at all, in my opinion. Actually, it's a fact because every time someone does bring one, we get less lucky. And it is recommended to like just be prepared to have either more support towers or more attacking towers because you're not going to need the prize corner. It's just too risky to bring the prize corner. Plus, it wastes a bunch of time. So I'm just letting you know now. I think also you can bring the pizza dude, even though I don't have him yet. Plus, he's expensive for fast coins. How, but it depends on if you're lucky enough to get him or not. Because if you don't, then you'll have to find someone who can replace him until you get him in the meantime. But I would recommend like at least almost. I think at least almost everybody have manager. If you have one low level, then just let them bring the what's that tower? Oh, arcade attendant, because that dude can actually help hit a lot, even though he does less damage than the manager. But he still does as fast as manager. Um, and don't really care if you bring Bud. Keep us in mind the strategy in the game of the event is there's two monitors. One of them is if you if the heat goes reach zero, you're gonna need to look for sticks. Is really important, especially they hide in corners too. Sometimes they hide behind trees, and not a lot of players look there. So it's recommended you look there right before words, right before you assume it's not there. Because it can be there, trust me, it spawns manually. It never spawns in specific spots. Now, onto the other one. The last big deal. Um, even though it is a big deal some way, it's something to do with a mechanic. It debuffs the health of the minion by one half. Which means if it spawns with like 15 health, well, not 15, 10 health, it'll be 5 because of the monitor, or the mod, the first mod. And if the health is like 12,000, it'll be to like 6,000. So yeah, pretty much one half is cut the one by and put in like or easier word like 0.5 or something like that. So yeah, that's one half. Just the math of it. And you are going to recommend the ones that you're going to need at least one person to bring the health inspector, and whoever it is has to like spam him. Actually, put him in spots where the managers can actually wipe out the Frosty Flan, which is a enemy boss that actually regenerates. He's good, especially, but he also keeps the health up. Yes, very like cheap tower can actually buy you a lot of time and actually save you a lot more than the managers themselves or the pizza person, and they do a lot of damage. The the manager and the pizza person. In case you don't know, the fact it's like health regenerates every second, which is the plant does. So if you have the health inspector and it hits him, you got to get up to level 2 first off. Before you upgrade further, you got to get it to level 2 until it's safe to like upgrade him again. And when you upgrade him, he will remove the mod forever as long as he hit it. He has to hit it once and only once. I think what happens is when it gets out of his range, it goes back to normal or something. I don't know. I'm not the entire expert on the game because I don't play it often, but I'm letting you know what I did discover. I never win it. I almost did. It's just very unlucky. However, yeah, I did get a tower once before, which is tower I hate to mention because I feel embarrassed about it as well because it's a tower that I do not like talking about. Where is he? Uh, I know where he is. Let me get there. Paranormal investigator, you're gonna need like at least two people to put it down because they don't do as much damage or as fast. They do more damage than the attendants, but however, they're not as fast. So it's best to have two people put them down. I feel embarrassed having this tower. If you don't know why, I really hate the meme. So yeah. Anyways, other than that, I'm not the expert on any games most of the time, so yeah, I'm just going based on what I remember. So, anyways, hopefully, hopefully this advice helps you, or at least helps you get the tower. I mean, that either tower or skin, whatever it is. I mean, it's not every game you get a skin these days because most time. I mean, to be fair, the developer of the game is slow. I mean, to be fair, it takes a lot of effort to actually make the skin for the Pacific Tower. So I do give credit for that. I mean, not myself, but the ones who made this game. So I'm just there to give advice and etc. Not really much. Anyways, have a good day. And although I don't get copyrighted, I had to put mine on mute because I got copyrighted because of the music this game played. So I had to mute it. So you know, it doesn't get crazy. Anyways, good night.